Hello everyone, Cambear Run here. Welcome to another one season wonder. This is S.S.LAZIO. S.S.LAZIO were one of the seven sister clubs in Italy who helped make the Serie A a dominant force during the 1990s. If we go to their club info, they do have at least two Serie A titles, one in 1974, where their Crazy Gang, their very own Crazy Gang, notoriously won at the height of the years of lead, which ended up being their whole entire squad split between those who wanted to vote for the far left and those who wanted to vote for the far right. Then they proceeded to win in the year 2000. They have 7 Coppa Italias, the last one actually coming in 2019. They have one UEFA Cup, the Winners' Cup in 1999, one UEFA Super Cup in 1999. They have 5 Super Coppas, which, again, they won in 2019 as well. Apparently it's now called the PS5 Super Coppa. And then they have one Serie B, when they won in 1969. They finished 3rd last season in Maurizio Sarri. He's gone out for an extended smoke break, so I'm here instead. So, in terms of the competitions, obviously we have Serie A, Coppa Italia, Coca-Cola, and we have the UEFA Europa League. Currently in the Europa League, they ended up getting bounced out of their group in 3rd. They are in the Conference League now, I believe. In terms of their squad, obviously the big one is Ciro Immobile, who is 32 years old, but his record is something that speaks for itself. Obviously, he started off at Torino, went to Juventus, they basically didn't play him. He sold in the January to Borussia Dortmund. He absolutely flopped in Sevilla, came back to Italy, ended up getting sent to Lazio, and the rest is history. That performance in 2019-2020 season actually ended up earning him the European Golden Boot, ahead of the likes of Messi, Ronaldo, and Lewandowski. If you want to know about the tactic, basically my rule for this is be original, jackass. Because I play 4-4-2 diamond in every single game, so I would like to be able to do some different formation. We are still going to do my same kind of things that I do in terms of like working the ball into the box and stuff like that. So you see all the things that we usually do. And then we're not... Oh god, I have to try and make Lazio not awful. Not awful at doing that sort of stuff. So we're going to do all the same kind of things, play positively, counter press. It's going to take them a while to get into. I think August will be a bit of a struggle. Because I've chosen for some reason to come in right before the season starts. As for the rest of the squad, Serge Milinkovic-Savic, you may know him for the time that he was linked to your club in the Premier League, especially if you follow top 6 side. He's been linked to every single major football club in England. Certainly since about 2015, since he first burst onto the scene. He's been a Lazio for like most of his fucking career. Especially around about 2018, 2019, I remember he was endlessly linked with every single major club in England. We also have Daniele Catare, Felipe Anderson, back after his failed spell at West Ham. Lazzari, Marusic, Patrick, and Gila. Now, this is a problem that I do actually have, because neither of them can play central defender, and pretty much aside from Patrick, none of the defenders in the squad are they're over like 3 stars. We also have Luca Romero, who I'm going to try and get more game time of. 2 stars right now, but I mean 5-star potential. He's not far from first team level. We keep him around the first team, give him some chances in the league. I think we can really get something out of him. I'm not going to send him on loan. I want him around the first team. I think some of the players I might look at selling off, some of the ones I'm probably not going to use, like Stefan Radu. I mean, Stefan Radu, oh my god, he's 35. So, challenge accepted. So, yeah, we've got extra goalkeepers. Providence prepared to skip with. The only concern in terms of the transfer market, we got 11 million. I'm probably going to try and find another centre-back, because it's kind of frustrating. I don't think the defensive pairing is very good. I'm going to have to be mindful of that. Obviously, in terms of the schedule, we've got pretty much as normal, and then we have... one, my brain kicks in. Yeah. This is not the fixture list. I'm looking at the fixture list here. That's just for the 15th to play Fiorentina. They've just played Fiorentina as of the 20th. Obviously, we've got the break for the World Cup again as well. We're literally not playing any games in December. So I'm going to have to, like, skip over that. I'll try and arrange some friendlies in the December and then just, like, incorporate that into November, December. But so, again, I don't think these are the real fixtures. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried with like those two as a defensive partnership. They don't seem to be the best. In terms of the competitions, we are predicted to finish sixth, I believe. Yeah, we're predicted to finish sixth behind Roma, Napoli, Milan, Juventus, and Inter, but ahead of Atalanta and Fiorentina. I think we can. I think we can do better than that. Sergio Milinkovic-Savic and Immobile in some of the key players list. I'm going to try and aim for Champions League, so that would be, yeah, sixth. I'd say if we can get top four, we should be into the Champions League. So, yeah. I'm going to try, that's my goal, to get Champions League, and the rule is be original. So I have to play 4-3-3-DM. I'm going to play 4-3-3-DM, something that isn't 4-4-2 Diamond. Other than that, I think, aside from the squad, we got Matteo Cancellieri on loan, and then I think that should be it. We also got Elisad Haysaj. He's 28, but he's fading as well. Yeah, the problem is I think there's not a lot of depth in this squad. They're quite a weak squad, really. So I'm going to have some astounding levels of fitness. So you've got players like Tomo Basic and Dmitry Kamenovic, who are, like, they're literally, like, 2 stars, 2.5 stars, and they're supposed to be the backups. I don't really think I've got the money to be able to sign, like, 3 or 4 new players all to get them inside the... I don't think I've got enough players to get them all inside the fucking... give us enough depth. But I at least want to try and find, like I said, I want to try and find one more centre-back. This is also a backup goalkeeper who's not particularly great. But he is young. So yeah, I think a lot of it is going to basically be trying to rely on that front three of Felipe Anderson, Immobile, and Zakajini, I think it is. And of course, relying a lot on Immobile to basically score like 20, 30 goals a season. It's going to be a little bit hard. I think a couple of it. We've got 2 weeks to train under this method. Then we have a friendly against Atalanta. And then we have the first game of the season against Juve. Brilliant. So yeah, you will probably... I'm not going to do an interim on this one. You will see me at the end of August. I'll let you know if I've made any signings, sold any players. So anyway, I'm just going to jump straight into it, and I will see you at the end of August. Okay, it is September 1st even. So, this is transfer deadline day. I'm going to just click decline on it. So, we'll go to the schedule first. So, we started off, we got the 1-1 draw with Atlanta. Sergio Milinkovic-Savic hitting a 25-yarder, but that was a friendly. Then we late Lookman goal tied it up. We narrowly lost 3-2 to Juventus in the first game of the season. Cuadrado scored twice after half-time. We got one back through Sergio Milinkovic-Savic. Locatelli, unfortunately, scored off a really clever free kick. And then a late Luis Alberto penalty just kind of gave us a little bit of face. We then won 2-1 against Verona. We did fall behind to a header off a free kick. But Casale, who I didn't realise was actually also a centre-back, who's pretty decent, though he was banned for the Juventus game. And then Ciro Immobile thankfully gave us the win just for half-time. Then we drew 1-1 with Inter. Zakajny, I think it is Zakagny, scored first, and then 9 minutes before the end of time, Lukaku basically the header came in. All they had to do was put one ball through to Lukaku because no one was paying attention. And they equalised, which was really frustrating. We got a new guy as well, Nicolas de la Cruz. He came in from River Plate for 2.5 million. He is replacing the outgoing Pedro, who is hopefully going to be off to PSG in the end of the day. That'll be for 2 million. So we've also brought in Mitchell Bakker. He's come in from Bayer Leverkusen for 6.5 million. He's a backup left back. Radu has gone to Real Sociedad. I'm supposed to play with 7 international duty players, by the way, and I'm supposed to play against Spezia on the 2nd of September. This is with 7 people on international duty, so there goes any hope for subs bench, which is going to be incredibly fun. Why Mitchell Bakker's on duty with Netherlands under-21s despite that he's 22, I have no fucking idea. That seems a horrific oversight. Nicolas de la Cruz, yeah. I didn't read the thing again, so now Nicolas de la Cruz is expected to be used as a Mazzola in central midfield when I literally brought him in to play winger. I don't care if he gets shitty about it, he's going to be playing winger. So, anyway, we started to get a little bit of familiarity. Hopefully by the season's pick up, well, like, around about October, November time, we'll start actually getting, like, a full itinerary and we'll start actually gelling. Obviously, October is going to be an absolutely bullshit month. But September should be alright. We got our UEFA Europa League group, Olympiacos, Betis, and Nantes. I would say we should be able to top the group, maybe finish second behind Betis. We do have to play them away first, which is a bit of an awkward one. Other than that, I kind of forgot that we'd also have Romagnoli, but he's injured till that November. But he will probably be the other defender alongside Patrick. And then we also have Mohamed Farah's out injured. We should be able to put a squad together. I'm going to have to give up on trying to get a centre-back. The only thing that is annoying is that Serbi is on loan at Inter, and he's like 3.5 stars. Which is fucking stupid. Their best defender, even if he is 34, their best defender is on loan at Inter Milan. Which is really dumb. But, whatever. So, I'm going to try and get through the Spezia game with all these players on international duty. Cancellieri's on loan with the fucking under-21s. So, yeah. That's going to be a thing. So, anyway, I will see you at the end of September, and I will see how we've gone with all these fixtures. Right, now that I've actually got the mic next to me, it was going well at the beginning of September, now we're in the 30th, with a really good win against Spezia, where Immobile and Luis Sabalto both scored 2 apiece, although we did concede twice, and then we absolutely demolished Olympiacos 5-0. So, we got De La Cruz, Felipe Anderson, and Immobile on the score sheet. Then we lost at home to Bologna. Shout out to Patrice for getting in the way of Casales, who was trying to clear the ball. So it bounced off of Patrice right to Arnautovic, who just tapped into an empty net. And then Stefan Posch scored a header off a free kick because I cannot be bothered to set any kind of defensive free kick. Because whatever you do, it will always be wrong. So, yeah, we ended up being sunk 2-1 against Bologna. Then we lost 2-0 to Betis. Mitchell Bakker, by the way, got injured here, so Marusic had to play every single fucking game. And then by the end of it, he played a bit crap as we drew 1-1 with Udinese. It's ended up being an absolute shitfuck of a September. Mostly because everybody's been so tired that it's been a nightmare. We are 3rd in our group, and we are 11th in the fucking league. I am not happy about this shit. We've got October to turn it around, but it is a nightmare of a schedule because of all the games we have to play. We've got Milan, Nantes twice, Torino, Empoli, Betis, and Cremonese. I think as for that, I mean, right now our top scorers are Ciro Immobile. He's being an outstanding player. Luca Romero has now dropped his issue of finding a low move because he realizes he is going to play a lot. Nicolas De La Cruz is probably not going to be used much in midfield. If he complains at the end of the season, doesn't matter, I'm only here for a season. My only concern is over the tactic. We're getting adjusted to it, but I don't think Immobile is a natural advanced forward. And some of the... Christ. I'm playing on inverted winger for like both De La Cruz and Felipe Anderson, but it feels like they're not coming in as much. They're certainly not getting the goals. They're kind of just staying outside and then trying to cross. Which, when you've got work ball into the box on, it doesn't really work like that. It's kind of frustrating. But, yeah, the big, defensively, I still think, I mean, I need Romagnoli back. He's still got another 2 to 4 weeks on it. Because at this point, it's stressing me out. And then I'm probably going to look for I'm definitely going to look for another defender in January. But I'll probably try and sell off either one of Patrice or Mario Gila. And then bring in somebody else who's like definitively 3 stars. Somebody who can actually play. So, yeah. Because we need to do something. Because it's not been fucking great. There we go. Then back in for the Milan game. So yeah, I'm going to go face Milan. We really need to get a good result. Milan, funnily enough, are also struggling. I think they're below us in the table. Yeah, they're 1 below us in the table. They're not doing well at the minute. So we need to think of something, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble. I think we've only really won 2 games all season. We've already had 2 defeats and 2 draws. Otherwise we're going to find ourselves in real trouble real fast. Anyway, I will see you guys at the end of October. Remember said if I don't start picking up results and scoring goals, I'd be in trouble? Yeah, that happened. They must have heard me. Anyway, the results have been actually really, really good. We'll start off with the obvious one, then the one that really did surprise me. 5-0 over AC Milan. I think after the second goal by Luis Alberto, they just completely collapsed. We ended up absolutely riding roughshod over them. We completely hammered them. I don't think so much as us playing well, but them just completely having a nightmare. We then stomped Nantes 4-0. We were much better than them anyway. 4-0 clean sweep of Sampdoria. Sir Mobile, Vicino, and Felipe Anderson. Nantes were then dispatched off again with Manuel Lazari and Luis Alberto. And then we got the only one that was difficult. We went behind to a Buongiorno header off of a corner, and then Immobile and Felipe Anderson had to drag us back. That was actually quite a difficult game. That wasn't fun. And probably we dispatched 3-0 with Luca Romero getting his first goal for the club at the age of, I think he's only 17. He's still 17 now. So yeah, he's still only 17. So, yeah, then we beat Betis 3-0. Cancellieri and Matteo Zaccagni. Again, I have no idea what happened there. I think we just played really, really well in front of a home crowd. Betis crumbled. Result, because of our goal difference now, also gets us automatically into the round of 16. So we don't have to play the bye round against the Champions League dropouts, which is very fun. Then we dispatched Cremonese. I played a really weakened team with like Enzo Adegbo, Gila, Kamenovic, Hassaj. I basically just like completely nerfed the team, and we still ended up running out winners. Cataldi got a goal, Ciro Immobile got a goal, and Luca Romero got another goal. The only issue is that, obviously, that's a thing I'll deal with. But Mitchell Bakker is now out for months on end because he tore a calf muscle in training. So that's fun. That's exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to go play Olympiacos, which will be very, very fun. Marusic, thankfully. Yeah, the problem is it massively impacts on Marusic. For the schedule, obviously we've got Olympiacos, Atalanta, and then we've got Monza, and then it's the break for the World Cup. I think I'll probably bring November separately and then just skip over December, and then you just join me at the end of January. Unless I play some friendlies. We'll have to see. If he comes up... Well, if you come up after this, the end of November, the end of December, I'll mention it December. But otherwise, we should be fine. The only other problem now is obviously every single one of my team has wanted next to them. So, to give you an example, wanted by PSG and Juventus, wanted by Man City, PSG and Napoli, wanted by Newcastle and Real Madrid, wanted by Atalanta and Napoli, but I'm not selling to a rival, wanted by PSG and Juventus, and then, of course, Serge Milinkovic-Savic. He was wanted by nearly every single fucking team in bloody England. Oh, well. Yeah, Felipe Anderson wanted by Man United. It's... January's going to be an absolute fucking nightmare. Because I'm going to be trying to put together a string of results and having my entire team's head turned. Anyway. I will see you at the end of November. Okay, it is the 30th of November. We only played 3 games. They were fine. So we got a 3-0 win against Olympiacos. Immobile scoring hat-trick, basically guaranteeing us into the last 16 of the Europa League. Which is good, because the knockout round is fucking brutal. Well, I'll show you it now. So, knockout playoff round. Shakhtar against Benfica, Frankfurt vs Sociedad. You got like Chelsea, Borussia Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, Sevilla. You know, some really, really good teams. Atletico, Sporting. I mean, all these guys, except for maybe Sociedad and fucking Rennes, are fucked. Put it bluntly. So that's going to be fun. Which is going to be hilarious, considering they want us to reach the minimum of reaching the semi-final and potentially reaching the final. We'll be lucky if we get to the fucking quarters. We've also got our third round opponent for the Coppa Italia. Back to the schedule. We did unfortunately lose 1-0 to Atlanta. To be fair, we were tired. We lost to a 31st minute goal from Duvan Zapata. And then we came back to beat Monza 2-0 with goals from Immobile and Toma Basic. The World Cup is underway. I've only got 2 players of the World Cup, Nicolas de la Cruz and Serge Milinkovic-Savic. Both of them look like they're going to go out of the group stage, so... We do also have some friendlies. We've got friendlies against Al Duhalil in Saudi Arabia, Schalke, and Twente. Both these are at home. So we're kind of playing... Well, that's supposed to be away. Oh no, we are... Yeah, we're in Holland for the De Grosvelcht. We're at the Olympio for the game against Schalke. So we do have some friendlies to tide us over, so we're not going to lose fitness. And then we'll be against Lecce in January. I think I probably we'll leave a little footnote for the friendlies in December, which we'll just see me do a voiceover for, because there's no point, because there's just a bunch of easy, like, fairly straightforward friendlies. And then you'll see me at the end of January for this run of games, which ends in the fucking Derby della Roma. So, anyway, that's pretty much all of it. We've got 2 players on international duty. I think we might not have them for the Al Dualil game, but should be alright. These 2 have also become professional now, so we need to find them loan moves. So yeah, I will see you at the end of January. So I say December loosely because it's January 4th. The reason why I'm bringing it back is because, as you can see, it's all popped off in the transfer division. So we're going to start with the big one. Manchester United have come in for Felipe Anderson, and he's absolutely refusing to stay put. He absolutely wants to leave because he wants to go to a stronger squad. It'll pay him fucking probably about 100 grand a week. I know how United work, trust me. I was prepared to perfectly accept and negotiate it down to 30 million, but then I read this. So West Ham get a sell-on clause. Yeah, next sale percentage, so that anything they get, so that's like 85%. Where's the fucking inbox? So we only get 4.3 million out of this. I can reject it and basically tell him he's not going anywhere, but I have a feeling it's not going to go down well. He's absolutely adamant on joining United. Marusic is moving to Tottenham. He came to me asking for a new contract. I said, that's fine, we'll give you a new contract, even though I told him to wait till the end of the season. He demands 65k, be played as a right back, which I'm not using him for that, and that we win the Serie A this season. I'm not joking. It literally said win Serie A this season. And I just said no. I just walked away, and I'm selling him for 9 million. If I do end up selling Felipe Anderson, I do have an option that I saw, but I didn't put him on the bloody thing when I should have. But my concern is that with only 4.3 million coming in, we're not going to be able to afford to bring anyone else in to replace Felipe Anderson. Unless, I don't know, we get in this guy. There was a guy named, I think it was what? Oh, he was on our scouting. No. Huh. But yeah, there was a guy on our scouting who was like 4 size. He plays in the Bundesliga. But he was very, very good. I considered. That and the fact I'm probably going to try and survive without left back because we should have Baka coming in. Mohamed Fares is now in as well. So we should be okay. But we've got a huge problem with this. In terms of, I really don't want to fucking sell Felipe Anderson. The friendlies went fine. 2-0, 3-0, 1-0. So now we're just going to go in January. I'll let you know the decision that I made in January, whether we kept Felipe Anderson against his wishes or sold him. But I've got a huge problem trying to find another winger now. Anyway, I'll see you at the end of January. It's February 1st, and it has all kicked off. So, let me be clear. Felipe Anderson did not get his move. I told him, you are not leaving, I do not care, I will throw your ass in the reserves. So, he's announced his intention to leave in 30th of June 2024. But that's not my problem, I will not be here. This is a one-season wonder. So, now Immobile is pissed off because he didn't get to go to PSG, because they came in with about 20 million, give or take, which, this is a guy who's worth 40 million. I basically rejected out of hand, and I said to Immobile, you're not leaving. And now, even though he is injured, Luis Alberto is unhappy because I did not let him go to Newcastle. Because this is a guy who was worth, let's see, how much is he worth? 36 to 40 million. And Newcastle said, we'll give you 17.5 million, give or take. Rejected out of hand, told him he's not going anywhere. So we now have quite a few players at the club who are unhappy. Because every single one of my star players, basically once Felipe Anderson was offered for, the floodgates opened. Everybody wants to leave now. We have two incomes, actually. We have Gabriele Zappa, who is a right back from Cagliari, who I thought I would bring in just to shore up the defence. I'm going to move Haisaj over to the left back to cover from Baka, because Mohamed Fares is not ready yet. I'm going to go to the schedule before I talk about the other one. So, where are we? January. Yes, we started off kind of awkwardly with a 1-1 draw with Leicester, and some of that I think was the fact that the team was underperforming, because obviously they weren't particularly happy. I feel like squad's in a downturn at the moment because of the fact that everyone wants out. Immobile, thankfully, is enough professional to score a hat-trick against Sassuolo. We got a 0-0 draw against Fiorentina. They were better than us, and we kind of had to get out of there very quickly. We are picking up a lot of yellow cards, even with Get Stuck In turned off. We won in the third round of the Coppa Italia with another Immobile hat-trick, including scoring after 15 seconds, and he is now the record holder for the fastest goal in the Coppa Italia. So that was fun, 15-second goal. Smashed Salernitana with 2 goals from Zaccagni and Ciro Immobile. The red card helped in that game as well. We then got absolutely battered by Napoli, which was really annoying. Savic did restore some parity, but by then we were already 3-0 down. We were kind of terrible. We then managed to win the Derby della Roma. Romagnoli scored a header off corner, and then got sent off in the 94th minute, stopping was El Shaarawy running through on goal. He basically took the red for us all. We will remember the fallen. He's just banned for the Inter game, which is kind of annoying actually. And then we beat Juventus in the Coppa Italia quarter-final, because Danilo scored an own goal thanks to a shot by our new signing, Petar Musa. If you're wondering why he's here, is because, how do I put this? During the Derby della Roma, Cancellieri got his ribs broken. So he's now out for 6 to 8 weeks. It was like 10. So he's literally here just to... He's a squad player to make up the numbers just so I don't have to play Immobile every game. I don't expect him to do much. He did actually make the shot that caused Danilo to turn the ball into his own net. And the other part actually, the first goal we scored against Inter, against Juve, was Immobile scoring after 18 seconds. Apparently, Immobile with a goal in 15 first goal within 15 seconds in the last game, first goal within 18 seconds in the quarterfinal. Apparently, Ciro Immobile is treating the Coppa Italia like a fucking time trial. But otherwise, I'm a little bit nervous about obviously everybody being unhappy. There's a couple of people who are supporting, like, aside from obviously Immobile and Luis Alberto supporting out each other and Felipe Anderson supporting them both, everyone else in the squad is on my side. Because it's kind of getting, I had this issue in the Fiorentina save last season, with everybody, with Gonzalez trying to force a move, Milenkovic trying to force a move. All your star players get poached by the Premier League, or La Liga, or any big club with money who can pay them 95 grand a week to just sit on the bench. And it's really frustrating. So, we're going into the schedule now. It doesn't get any fucking easier. We are playing Inter this Sunday. We are playing Juventus on the Wednesday. We are playing Milan on the Sunday. And then we've at least got a fairly easy run. We still need to find out our UEFA Europa League opponents. But this is getting a bit of a challenge. So, anyway, I'm going to see you guys at the end of February. Well, it's March, and... the end of... February's gone. Brain. Says my brain. And we are in a fucking injury crisis. So, Cancellieri is still not back. He's still got a couple of days to go. Sergio Milinkovic-Savic is recovering from an injury. Lazzari and Vecino both got fucking injured against Spezia. One Lazzari from an awful fucking challenge. And then Mohamed Fares got a double hernia in the gym. Or sports hernia in the gym. And now I'm struggling for fucking players. So we're gonna have to take you off. So if we go to the schedule was fun. So we got spanked at the San Siro by Inter, which was fun. Ciro Immobile managed to score some parity. Managed to get some parity, but by then it was too late. We got spanked. Then we got rescued against, we actually took the lead through Immobile against Juventus, and then Milik dug them out. And then the rest of the game was just literally trying to keep them at bay. Romagnoli was actually fucking terrible. And then we got Zlatan by AC Milan. Because, of course, Zlatan scores in the 69th minute to make it extra nice. I will show you this, actually. Because I went to go make a cup of tea, so I just simmed this game. And apparently the AI basically plays the same way I do. They play 4-4-2 diamond. So, apparently we didn't really do... Well, no, we were kind of shit, really. We had 6 shots, 4 on target. 19-11. We basically got battered at the fucking... So we basically got battered at the San Siro twice. Then we went to Bologna, and Immobile scored. Oh, and that's where Sergio Milinkovic-Savic got injured as well. He got injured running for the ball. So at this point, it was pretty obvious that Ciro Immobile was the only one scoring any goals. So I decided to take him out of the team and see what happened. Up steps Petar Musa, who scores, on his fucking first start, scores a brace and his first 2 goals for Lazio, and absolutely proves everybody wrong. And then we had Vecino and Lazzari injured. The worst part is that I took off Basic to put on Vecino, and then Vecino, within literally 30 seconds of coming on, gets injured sprinting for the ball. So, fucking absolutely knackered on that one. So yeah, as you can see from the schedule coming up in March, we're playing Sevilla in the round of 16 Europa League. We are away first and we are at home second. I have no idea how we're going to do this, especially with all of the injuries we have. We have so many injuries that I have no idea what the fuck we're going to do. Because at this rate, I'm praying for a miracle. Because our medical bench and medical center, 2 majors, 3 moderate, 2 recently returned, and we got 5 players injuries. We actually have a genuine injury crisis. On the plus side, in the time it took to go over 1 fucking game, all of the players are now fucking basically not unhappy anymore, aside from Felipe Anderson. Luis Alberto is prepared to stay. Immobile is prepared to stay. The only one who's not prepared to stay, obviously, is Felipe Anderson, who's fucking off. I'm going to leave whoever comes in to fucking flog him off in the summer. Anyway, so this is the team we're going to be playing for Cremonese. Because other than the Sevilla game, every single game is really, really easy, aside from maybe Torino. Because Udinese should be fine. Sampdoria should definitely be fine. Cremonese are basically nearly dead last. The only thing propping up the table at this point is Empoli, who are shit. The other thing... I think somebody's doorbell just went. The only other thing to have note is that we've got a Coppa Italia semi-final against Napoli. Because they're going to give us literally the hardest fucking route to get to the final. There is literally nothing else to report. I will see you at the end of March, where hopefully we will have a quarter-final in the Europa League. We'll find out. Anyway. Okay, it is midnight, April 1st. We have just got through March. And it's been interesting. So, we had Sevilla in the Europa League, most importantly. And we beat the shit out of them. But we'll start from the beginning. So, it was an absolute grind to beat Cremonese, where we were repeatedly asked about our chances of avoiding relegation, despite being in 6th with 40-odd points. Because apparently Italian journalism is clueless. But yeah, we grinded out a 1-0 win against Cremonese, with Zaccagni scoring the 1 goal. We then got a very lucky goal from Felipe Anderson in the 7th minute against Sevilla, and then held out, because Felipe Anderson immediately collided with Tellez and broke his collarbone. So he's out for fucking 8 weeks. The injury crisis is just getting worse. Then we beat Sampdoria 3-0. We ended up with Luis Alberto scoring an absolute banger. Colli getting an own goal off of Musa's... Petar Musa seems to have this weird thing where he gets into positions where he kicks balls at defenders and they hit it into their own net. Luca Romero scored in the 86th minute to compound the win, which was good. Then we annihilated Sevilla. Another banger this time from Cataldi. Zaccagni scored and then Ciro Immobile got 2. We absolutely demolished them. I don't even know how. They just did not show up. We were incredible. We now have SL Benfica in the quarterfinal next month. So we then dispatched Udinese, just about. Luis Alberto penalty and 2 goals from Petar Musa, who has played 7 times he scored 4 goals. That's an okay return, actually. I can live with that. So, yeah, we did concede a 20th minute goal from Beto. And then Immobile gave us a very late winner against Torino. Although we were quite lucky that we conceded a 90th minute penalty that Providel saved. He got an 8.2. He just basically kept us in the game for the last 10 minutes. So, yeah, we have, obviously the beginning of the month we have Napoli in the Coppa Italia semi-final first leg, Empoli, Benfica, Verona. Basically, everything that isn't a league game is actually super annoying and difficult. Some of these league games I'm going to have to mulligan. I might have to try and focus exclusively on winning the Europa League, because we're playing every single week after Wednesday. But we do have a full squad, almost full squad. We're still waiting on Felipe Anderson, and we're still waiting on Vecino. Vecino is probably going to be quite a while, and Felipe Anderson should be maximum 2 weeks. Because Vecino actually did do a lot of damage. He had a massive hip injury, and they're seeing a specialist. to try and help him. Obviously, at this point, Immobile is nigh unstoppable. I think Cataldi has now been banned for the next... Cataldi has been banned for the next league game, and we got a ton of people in yellow cards because we just collect yellow cards like they're going out of fashion. But yeah, Immobile at this point, where is he? Yeah, 25 games, 21 goals, 4 assists, average rating 7.3. Other major standout performers are like the likes of Luis Alberto, Milinkovic-Savic in sheer contribution, even if he's not scoring that many goals. He's only got 3 goals, but he's averaging 709 because he's been absolutely perfect. I think De La Cruz has been fine, but he could be better. I mean, he's not scored any goals. He scored he scored 1 goal on the continent. And I think he has got 9 assists. He's been doing the work, let's put it that way. And he has been trying, God bless him. Romagnoli and Casale now have a decent partnership. Bacca and Zappa are turning into really good fullback options. It's taken 6 months, but I built a squad. And I built a good squad. And I even survived pissing off fucking everybody because they all wanted to leave in January to go to bigger clubs. But we rode it out. And Gila is joining Antwerp in July, but I don't really care about that. He came to me, he was like, I'm not playing. I was like, I don't care, fuck off. And now Antwerp are in for him. I think they're paying like 4.3 million up front. So yeah, other than that, we're absolutely fine. I will see you at the end of April, where hopefully we will be in a final of the Coppa Italia, and we will be in the semis of the Europa League. Because if we get to that semi, we're probably going to be playing Manchester United. Alright, it is the 30th of April. I've played through April. On the plus side, we are through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. On the minus side, we are out of the Coppa Italia. So, we started off pretty badly. A 3-1 defeat to Napoli away at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. We did take the lead, and then a Casale own goal, and then a goal from Osimhen and Zielinski basically sealed our fate. We then went on to smash Empoli, thankfully. We played a massively weakened side, so we had Zaccagni score, Musa, Luca Romero, Matteo Cancellieri seal it. That we then get hit sucker punched right after we scored our first goal. We then smashed Benfica 3-0 away, which was very, very good. For some reason we consider the underdogs, but to be honest, I did think we were much stronger than Benfica. Immobile, Alberto, and Zaccagni got the goals. We then rested a bunch of players, and we lost to Atlanta. We really shouldn't concede that third goal, but basically Hassaj committed to trying to clear the ball, and he got in the way of the then subbed on Casale and Romagnoli. And he basically got in the way of their clearance, and Zapata headed in the bounce, which was just really fucking embarrassing. We then won 2-1 in the second leg of the Coppa Italia semi-final, which unfortunately we drew level through Milinkovic-Savic and Nicolas de la Cruz. But unfortunately Giacomo Raspadori scored about 30 minutes from the end, and we couldn't find another goal to get us level at least. So unfortunately, the Coppa Italia final is Napoli's. Funnily enough, they actually faced Fiorentina. Fiorentina overcame a 1-0 deficit against AC Milan, so now they're playing Fiorentina in... Napoli and Fiorentina is in the final. Close to never took Fiorentina. I should probably plug that for the beta save I covered Fiorentina. It was very fun. And then we beat Lecce with goals from Cataldi and Immobile. That was unfun. It was talking up our title chances, so of course, naturally, the whole fucking game was swinging against us the whole time. Looking forward for May, we've got another packed schedule. We've got Sassuolo, Monza, semi-final against Betis because they overcame Man United. I'm totally fine with that, completely. But yeah, they overcame Man United, so we're playing Betis. The other semi-final is... Oh god, what's the other semi-final? Let's have a look, let's see if I remember. Roma versus Arsenal, yeah. Roma beat Atletico Madrid. I am actually... A Rome derby for the Europa League final will actually be quite fun. So, especially because we face them on the last day of the season as well. So, yeah, we've also got Napoli and Salernitana and Fiorentina. So, yeah. It's been fun. Obviously, at this point, Immobile is basically scoring most of our goals, but he has tailed off some. He's 22 and 27, including 5 in the Cup, 9 in the Continent. He's 35 goals for the season. Yeah, 36 goals. At least, I mean, I'd say... People, the fans say that Musa's been average. I'd say that's fair. 9 goals, 9 appearances, 5 goals. He's been okay. Luis Alberto starting to pick up goals as well. 8 goals and 28 appearances in the league, and then we got 5 on the continent. The only thing is, I would like Nicolas de la Cruz to start scoring more. He's 1 goal in 27 appearances in the league. He scored 1 in each. He's only scored like 3 goals all season. Which, he's got a lot of assists, but Like, at the moment, the biggest thing is that basically Immobile is scoring all of our goals. We don't have a lot of goals from outside. I think he is top scorer in the league. Let me just check. Yeah, he's top scorer in the league now. 2 ahead of Victor Osimhen. He was actually the top... When I started this save, before the season began, he was odds on for the top scorer, Ciro Immobile. Because he just scores so many goals. It's so fucking ridiculous. So what's going to happen is that because there's only 1 game in June, you will probably join me at the end of the season after the derby. But if I reach the Europa League final, I will just do a segment about the Europa League final, whether I won it or I lost it. So the next segment you see after this will either be May, June, or Europa League final. So yeah, give me a second. Okay, it's the end of May, and as you can see, we've got a Europa League final to take part in. So I'll just quickly go over the results and the schedule. So we got very lucky against S.S.LAZIO. Nobody wanted to pick up Pinamonte twice, and we had to get Zaccagni to bail us out after Immobile had equalised already. Then we stomped Monza. So we had goals from De La Cruz, Gila. Samuel Brandelli scored a hilarious own goal. They got 1 back right before they got an own goal, and then right before their own goal, and then Petar Musa got 1 right at the start of the second half. And then we drew 1-1 with Betis at their place. We scored early. Bacco then got himself sent off for the single worst challenge I've ever fucking seen. And then we tried to hold out as long as we could. Rodri scored, and then it was just basically us with our backs to the wall for most of the game. I put it on defensive and just tried to hold out, but we at least didn't lose. We then suffered a really frustrating loss to Fiorentina. I actually ended up playing a massively weakened team. Shout out to Mario Gila for being absolutely awful attempting to tackle Jovic, which allowed him to run on and score. So I had to just take the L on that one because obviously we're quite tired and I'm looking ahead to the semi-final. Then we stomped Betis at home again, like we did back in the group stage. Immobile, Alberto, and 2 from Cancellieri put them to the sword, even after they took the lead. So yeah, that was fun. So that's how we got to the final, and we are playing Arsenal. Then we got away from Napoli with a 1-1 draw. I think we were down for most of the game, and then we got an equaliser 5 minutes from the end, which was very, very good. We weren't that great, but we did have some very good performances over the pitch. Then we We managed to go 3-0 up against Salernitana. I took off Romagnoli and Casale to hold them back for the final. Put on Gila and Patrick, and they between them managed to fucking conspire to almost throw game. They were absolutely dreadful. They allowed 2 goals in 2 minutes, and I regret my decision immensely. But I did need my centre back pairing for the final. So we've got the Europa League final coming up. We've got AS Roma as well. I will do. What you'll see me at the end of the season, on the end of season screen, whether I have the trophy in my cabinet or not. Go to the inbox. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Including the assistant manager. We're going to delay the decision because I'm not going to be here. De Bruyne named best player in Europe. Fucking Ciro Immobile came second. Jesus Christ. Alright, because Ciro Immobile he's basically 40 goals. Career stats, 29 games, 24 goals, 4 assists, 5 in the cup. 11 goals on the continent. I think he's the Europa League's top scorer as well. He's definitely the top scorer in the Serie A, so we'll go to the Serie A in a second. Moment, player review. Oh, he's been overtaken by Victor Osimhen. God fucking damn it. Alright, so yeah, Osimhen is the top scorer then. And then, I think in the Europa League he is. Most goals, Ciro Immobile. So that's cool. There's no way appearances are there. Anyway, so we're going to do the Europa League final. I will let you know how we do. And then we will play the last game of the season. Unfortunately, I do have Gabriel Zapala. He's injured, and then I have to change the team around a load. We've also guaranteed... I've made my goal. I've qualified for the Champions League. Thanks to all the results and other people slipping up. Atlanta, why now cannot catch us. Roma are definitely not catching us. We've basically guaranteed Champions League for next season. So yeah, that's quite fun. Be nice if we can get a couple of points on Inter as well. It looks like Napoli. It's either going to be Napoli or Milan for the title on the final day. So I will join you at the end of May. We've done it. We won the Europa League. We beat Arsenal 2-1 in the final. Goals from Immobile and Felipe Anderson basically sealed it. So we're basically on the end of season. New arrivals. Best one was Nicolas de la Cruz. 7 goals, 11 assists as well. Provedel was pretty good. Luis Maximano was pretty good. Musa was fine. 10 appearances, 6 goals, 1 assist. He did a job. Marcus Tony was fine. Cancellieri was fine. Mitchell Bakker could have been better, but did the job. Same with Gabriele Zapata. Zappa, the shame is that he was fucking injured for a lot of the season. The board expectations we've completely exceeded. We've qualified to the Champions League and we won the Europa League as well. I simmed the last game of the season against Roma. We lost. They let the AI take over and the AI bodged it up. So, yeah, we did it. Biggest win, 5-0 against Olympiacos. Match to remember, 5-0 against Milan, obviously. Goal of the season was during the Europa League. Cataldi's absolute banger against Sevilla. We haven't really grown in reputation. Everything's gone up. Everything's been... to be honest, this has been a very successful one-season wonder. We've had a couple of bumps in the road, and I was never really going to aim for the title, but I've definitely made my goal, and I've won a trophy. So I won the Europa League. I was going to try and aim for the Coppa Italia, but we got the hardest run possible, and we kept getting unstuck against Napoli in all things. So, what can you do? Anywho, this is basically how we lined up for most of the season. I'd say De La Cruz was probably more common towards the end on the right wing, but because I was playing De La Cruz between the midfield and the winger, that was a different thing. So, yeah, here we go. Yeah, Luca Romero has been insanely good. He is now officially, he's 2.5 star. He's only going to get better. He's only 18. He's probably going to be, like, if I was to take this save further, I would literally be focusing on him at right wing. So, that's the thing. Anyway, dynamic manager timeline, not a problem. Nah. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, Ciro Immobile ended up being the player of the season for Serie A. He was unfortunately pipped to the Golden Boot by Victor Osimhen, but we ended up basically being one of the best overperforming teams in the league. This has been actually really, really successful, which is good because it's been incredibly stressful to record. Everything you've just seen has been recorded in the space of 2 days. I am very tired. I've basically, including staying up between recording all day and going to work, I've been awake for 24 hours straight. So that's been fun. I've been kind of dead. So, yeah, I'm going to not put up a video tomorrow. I'll be back with Brentford on the Friday. The next one-season wonder will be a vote between Aberdeen and Malaga, which, by the time you'll have seen this video, that poll will have gone up. So, yeah, this has been the one-season wonder of S.S.LAZIO. We won in Europe. Yeah, you can screw with that. Don't care. This has been the final. We knocked out the semi-final. We've qualified for the Champions League, and we won the Europa League. With Ciro Immobile got top goal scorer in the Europa League at 12 goals. He's absolutely run riot over pretty much the whole of Europe, just like always. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, you can always subscribe. And do follow me on Twitter. I keep saying I'm going to try and be more active, but I never do, and I want to be more active. Anyway, I've been Cambear Run, and thank you for watching.